Good afternoon, this is RFC Maki here, narrating for you the latest in my occasional series of online battles. These are my flight reports from the game Birds of Steel, which I play on Xbox 360. I'm not that great of a pilot, so this is not here to instruct you on how to fly better. This is more documenting my own attempt to improve my flying skills. In this game, I set up a custom versus match with no marked enemies, nothing marked on the map, and all sim level flying abilities. I did leave the AI on with the arcade boost in order to keep pilots from using the arcade boost. For those of you who don't know, there's a bug, and you can't turn off arcade boost for everybody. So you got to decide either I let the players use it, or I let the AI use it. In this case, I decided I did not want the players using arcade boost. I'm flying the Spitfire Mark II. Just took off from my airstrip. This is an England map, and I'm headed off in the direction of the opponent's airstrip. And in this case, I circled the airstrip, and at this point I've gotten something close to 2,000 feet. And I'm flying a little bit to the right so I can look over my left wings to see if I can't spot enemy planes. Again, I can't rely on the map to spot the enemy planes, so I'm attempting to get as much altitude as possible and working on my situational awareness. This means looking out for planes, also hopefully checking my six, making sure that nobody has snuck up behind me. Like I said, I'm not that great of a pilot, and I keep, for whatever reason, I keep putting myself in these sort of low-level planes. Birds of Steel does not let you lock a room to a particular level of plane, so an enemy is just as likely to be flying a late model plane as you are flying an early model plane. In this game, however, the only other player in the game was a guy flying named Mercman, who's got a lot of experience, a very good pilot, and he tends to fly the lower level planes. Also, in fact, I think at this one, he's flying a G50. I think it's a Fiat G50, an Italian plane, with English markings on the wings. You'll spot him a little bit later on. He and I had tangled once or twice. Most of the planes, most of the AI are flying these Gladiators or the G50s as well. I'll give you a quick shot of some of the other planes flying in the air. There was at least one Italian biplane and one other Spitfire. Now I've got the game locked to cockpit mode because I like to fly that way and I don't want anybody else to have an external advantage. Being able to look around their plane easier, and actually that's what this mission here is all about for me, is working on my look around and seeing if I can't improve my ability to spot and track enemy planes, with the occasional hope of shooting somebody down. Here trying to scan around. I'm not checking my six often enough, I think, but I'm at least looking around. At this point I shouldn't have anybody behind me. As I'm still approaching the battle, you can spot a number of planes just over there, just above the coast, and a lot of flak. I find that flak really distracting because I can't spot anybody. But here are three monoplanes, which in all likelihood in this game are going to be Italian planes. And for whatever reason, I broke off and chose to chase somebody else, a single plane, and blew my lineup. One thing I'm trying to work on lately is smooth movements of the plane. I tend to be a little bit jerky when I fly. That can't be good. Alright, so here I am tracking, looks like 3 AI. Sometimes these AI bunch up and all fly in a synchronous way that isn't natural, so here's actually 4 of them. I randomly choose one to follow, get up in his tail, and my speed is so high that I blow the line up and missed my opportunity. Pretty sad. Roll over as a way of getting behind them again. There's a pair flying in incredibly close synchrony, which is totally unnatural, but there they are. And I need to smooth my level out, rolling over again, and my shot gets messed up by a pair of my own Gladiators pulling in front of me. Just get one guy lined up and pull a hit his engine, send him smoking, and knock him down. So one AI kill keeps us from being a totally scrubbed game. And right there on my tail, I can see there's the specialized skin of the G50, I believe, of Mercman. I I don't know how he managed to spot me on my tail. There, that was a great moment. So as he's on my tail, another plane smacks into him. They both collide. The other plane goes down, and I assumed that was Mercman just spinning right there. I assumed that Mercman was down and out for the count, having collided with another plane. But you can spot down here, he actually managed to recover. And he's back on my tail again. So despite the collision with the other plane, he is back on my tail, and he is a much better pilot than I am. And so at this point, all I'm trying to do is work my angles. I have no idea how he managed to get that. I can't even fly that bird without stalling constantly. So no idea how he managed to get on me, and I figure I can try to beat him with angles. So the trick is to turn into him whenever he's towards me and minimize his firing solution on me and to keep track of him. Now, at this point, there are also a number of other AI planes zooming around, and I'm having a damned time keeping track of who, but there's Mercman firing at me again. Turn into his turn, give him bad angles constantly, and hoping that something good happens. There he is behind me, flying, looking backwards, dipping my nose, but I just can't seem to get around. I'm so close to stalling in all of this. I cannot seem to catch him. There he is. Behind me, I cannot seem to reverse my turn. Maybe those G50s have a good turn. I don't really fly there very much because whenever I try, I stall out and crash pretty quickly. Find myself accidentally on the tail of my own planes. Got to quickly look back and see if I can't find Mercman again, who is no doubt lurking and ready to hit me. And then, unfortunately, in the recording, I don't know when he gets, a couple times he gets shot down by my wingman. So I don't know here if I'm trying, I think I was just trying to extend to get a little bit of speed and distance and altitude, and there he is firing me again. I cut his angles back. The trick is knowing where he is and trying to reverse that. A little game freeze there. Found myself stalking another plane. It's a little bit too far ahead of me. And again, I'm in danger of stalling if I pull my nose up too high. I'm really trying not to ride the WEP on this game. It doesn't really seem fair. Sort of not the nature of it, and I don't want to burn my engine out. So I'm stalking this plane, going to get a really great solution here, and turns out it's a Spitfire, so got to let that guy go. Looking back, you can see a couple other planes smoking or being downed. And here, I believe Mercman must have gotten hit out of the game, so I'm at the moment just flying around trying to get another kill somewhere. A lot of planes that I'm spotting are these biplanes. Seems like my planes are the ones that are all over the place. Oh, looking, there's a near collision. I think in the Air Force they call that a near miss, but honest to God, it was nearly a collision, so I'm going to call it a near collision. Alright, trying to keep an eye on my 6, because no doubt Mercman has this ability, and a lot of the good players have an ability to spot another player in the middle of all of the furballs going on. They've got a really nice ability to tell which planes are being flown by pilots and which ones are being flown by the AI. I guess I just don't know the AI very well, and maybe my vision for this game isn't so great yet. I'm kind of counting on Mercman spotting me out of a crowd, since he always seems to do that. So I'm trying to keep an eye on who's back where. Give myself some extension in order to gain some altitude and some speed. And already have some, pretty sure he's on my tail. That was just Mercman right there. That's Mercman's plane. Flipping, using gravity to come after me. Pulling a very nice reversal there. So he's on my tail at this point. I'm looking back to see if I can't spot him. Kind of wanted to pull up for a rope-a-dope, but I just haven't got the smash to do it, so I can barely keep my plane in the air. Also got to watch out for colliding with my own gladiators. Attempting to reverse to see if I can spot Mercman. I think he might have been downed again twice in this game. While he was on my tail, my wingman managed to pull him down. Just to sort of let you know where I stand in these games. Mercman is a great pilot. He's a much better pilot than I am. There's actually several guys out here that regularly eat me for lunch. And one of the things I've been working on lately is just simply trying to stay alive, not being a victim. And so far, I have yet to be shot down in this game. That's not a bad game. Got one AI kill, but got one kill, and have yet to come down. The next phase after staying alive, of course, is to reverse an attack and be able to take their advantage and use it against them. And that's something I'm still not very great at. But I'm going for more kills. And spot another plane. Just push my engine in order to try to get him. And he obliges by sitting still. And I did manage to get a hit on him. I assumed since the hit his engine, he was going down here. He's smoking, and he levels out low to the ground, pulls a turn beneath my nose, and I nearly lost it right there. I think I managed, was cutting the grass for a second. Pull up in reverse, trying to chase my smoker again, and this is the kind of thing that the sort of tenacious approach of a single enemy, and sure enough, Mercman was on my tail. My cut pulls him there. I'm pretty proud of this moment. I kept an eye on him, flipped over, he pulls up, track him the whole time, just enough to where as he drops below me, I swear I probably should have started firing just a second sooner, but I swear I have no idea whether I hit him, but I'm going to go ahead and count that as a hit on him with a couple of my machine guns, because that was so damn close. So here we are engaged in a head-to-head battle now. I did manage to reverse that turn. We go head-to-head. I put some shots on him. I fly under him, and then we both work the reverse. He also managed to return to his left, which, for whatever reason, gives me a slight advantage. I'm actually able to outturn him in this case. But he flips it back, returns. We go for the head-on here, and I goof. And Mercman, the better pilot, hits me.